Hello, my loyal subscribers, and welcome if you are new. My name is Maddie, and this is my book nook. And today I have a very special video with you guys and a very special guest. But before we get into introducing him, I have to talk about something else that is big. So, it will be 2 videos ago when I post this that I did a giveaway announcement. So I'm giving away a $20 Visa gift card, and I'm going to go over the rules and how you can enter if you haven't seen any of my previous 2 videos. So, the only rule is that you have to be currently living in the United States because Visa is
only good in the United States.
Only good in the United States. You can't live in Canada or Mexico. I'm sorry. I don't know who watches my videos or like where you live. So if you are international, I am sorry. I hope to do a giveaway in the future where I can give away something to people who don't live in just the United States. So basically the rules or how to enter, is you have to subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video or whatever video you're going to be entering on, because you can enter in any of my September videos. Comment your email so I can notify you personally and talk about where I can mail your gift card to. Comment your favorite book and a reason why it is your favorite. And you'll be able to enter in any of my September videos, and the winner will be announced in my first October video. Okay, that was a lot. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can talk about who this man is in my bedroom, or my book nook. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I made that weird. Okay, so this is my dad, and today is his birthday, so if you're watching this, please wish him a happy birthday, a late birthday, because this will be going up way after. So, he has a YouTube channel of his own, so if you want to watch that, you can. I will link his YouTube channel below. And if you are here from his YouTube channel, hello there, I'm his daughter, Maddie. So, I have him here today because we are going to be playing a fun little game that I kind of created. I watched Christine's video on Poland Banana Book and Banana, I don't know how to say her name, but Poland Banana Books, I think it's her name. Anyway, she did something similar to this with her brother and her mom, and I kind of put my own little twist on it, so yeah. I will be crediting her, so please don't attack me in the comments if, you're saying, oh, you took her video idea. So, basically, the rules of this are, there are going to be 12 books that I have picked out from my shelves, so that's why they look a little bit empty. And basically, there are 3 groups of 4, and I have them categorized, and I will pick out a book. I will show him the cover, and his job is to guess the genre and the plot. Both of those are 1 point, so if he gets all of them, there will be a total of 24 points that he's trying to achieve. So they're categorized by popular books, easy, what I consider easy to guess, medium, and then hard. So that is how we're going to be doing it.
All right, let's go.
Okay, then.
I'm ready.
So we're going to be starting off with the popular books. So the first one I have is My Lady Jane by Cynthia Henn, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. So
now my job is to look at the cover of the book and guess what genre I think the book is and the plot. Is that correct?
Good job. You got it.
All right, let's see. My Lady Jane. Let's just hold it right there while I think deeply. All right, I'm going to guess that this book is going to be a nonfiction, and it's going to be a memoir about a lady named Jane and all her life journeys and struggles.
Are you being facetious or are you being serious?
I'm serious. I'm 100% serious.
Okay. Well, you suck because that's not it.
Well, isn't that the point of the game, is for me to try to figure out what it is? That's would have been my guess.
Okay, whatever. This is not nonfiction. This is a so it's a satirical, okay. It is kind of an urban fantasy / comedy. Basically, it is a, funny retelling of the story, or not really a story. It was an actual it was a person from history and a historical event. It was about the 9-day queen of England, My Lady Jane, and she was queen for 9 days of England before she was beheaded by her cousin, Queen Mary. Now,
is that an actual picture of My Lady Jane on the front there?
No, this is a model.
And she looks strikingly like Gwyneth Paltrow, I might add.
Okay, then. Well, that is not, you did not get any points for that one, so...
That donut.
Huh? Okay. Our next book...
All right, time to do better.
...is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I'm going to pull
Salt of the Sea.
Salt to the Sea.
Oh, Salt to the Sea.
All right, so...
Pepper by the Ocean. Let's see. I'm going to guess that this is a family that lives in the ocean, and there's obviously going to be some kind of shipwreck where they all lose their shoes, as they all ended paired up perfectly here. And this is going to be a fictional story that takes place, judging by the shoes, I'm going to say early 1900s. We're going to put 1920, so a few years after the Titanic. And they're all going to die, and when they decompose, they will become salt to the sea. That is my guess.
Okay. So you were right about the historical fiction part. So I'm going to give you
Half point.
Well, you did kind of say it was historical fiction, so I think that's a point. Okay, so that's a point. The plot, though, you were very wrong,
Okay.
I will say. So it does not take place in the 1920s. It takes place in the 1940s during World War II.
Two
it is
decades
in Europe.
off.
And basically, they're all trying to escape Europe on this ship, and it is based on historical events because the ship did end up sinking, and it was a maritime disaster. It was actually bigger than the Titanic. So,
But I did have a shipwreck part,
and
right?
they were not family. They were all just a ragtag group trying to survive.
I thought, you had
Yeah.
daddy's shoes, mommy's shoes, and
Baby
kitty shoes.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was a pretty good guess, I would say.
Not too bad. I'm getting warmed up.
All right, now this is our last book on the popular books list, and then we'll move on to easy. So this one is...
Easy for who?
Easy,
Probably
but I
not for me.
consider easy. Okay, so the next one, I just bought this yesterday. It is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. So here is the cover. You probably know this book because it's pretty popular, obviously.
Where the Crawdad Sings. All right. This is obviously going to be another fictional story that takes place on an island where there's a girl who is a crawdad fisher person, and she likes to sing to them to pass the horrors of her life because she is now an orphan. Her parents have died during World War II, and that is what Where the Crawdad Sings is about.
Okay, so this is the one book out of the popular books that I have not read yet because I just bought it yesterday, but I have read the synopsis.
Well, you don't have to read it now. I just told you everything about the book.
Okay, well, let me tell you, you were right about the historical fiction, so that is another point. So you better keep track of your points because I'm not. So
I think I'm at -2 right now.
So this takes place in the 1950s, I believe. No, 60s. Sorry. So basically, it is about this girl named Kaya. She lives in North Carolina in the marsh, and she's called the Marsh Girl. And a man, he's a teen. He gets killed. He's murdered, and they all believe it is her. But the synopsis leads me to believe that it wasn't her, and everybody's blaming her, and she, just lives in the marsh. So that's basically what it's about. Okay.
Well, where did the crawdads come in?
Because it's like North Carolina, it's the South, and there are crawdads. Okay.
They gotta be in there somewhere.
I hope so. Okay, so
next book.
Next one, we are moving on to what I consider to be easy based on covers, and
Time to focus.
So
these are easy. I no pressure.
Okay, so the first book we have is American Royals by Catherine McGee. So here is the cover, and now
American Royals. This is supposed to be easy based on a cartoon lady wearing some sunglasses and has painted fingernails. Okay, this book is going to be a fictional story about a royal family, obviously centering on the teenage model drawing on the front cover, and it's going to be about her life as a royal, and she strives to actually have a normal life. She despises being a royal, and this is her struggles on how to lead more of a normal life while not totally shunning her royal uproots or beginnings. Upbringing, that's what I meant to say.
Okay. So, you were right about historical.
I think
not historical. This is not historical. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Okay.
The fiction part.
The fiction part. That's what I meant to say.
I think I'm going to get that right pretty much on all of them. You don't read much nonfiction, so...
Yeah, okay,
Good points.
So, obviously she is in a royal family, and this is about if George Washington's lineage... Okay, so basically he was offered a monarchy instead of a democracy, and he was king, and his lineage is still on the throne, and this is about the Princess Beatrice, and she's going to be the first queen of America, and basically just about her and her family and all the drama that comes because they're royals and they're in the limelight, and basically
Always going to be drama.
So,
have you read this book?
Yes.
Okay. And how many stars out of 5 did you give that book?
4. Okay. So, yeah. now we are on to book 2 on easy.
That was easy.
We have Far From the Tree by Robin Benway. So here is the cover. Alright.
Alright, we have another fiction novel that is...
Wait, I want to see if you can elaborate on the type of fiction, because obviously fiction is a genre, but there are a lot of subgenres, so...
I don't read enough to know the subgenres. When I say fiction or nonfiction, those are the only two that I know, because I'm old school.
Okay, then.
So, can't elaborate on that any. I'm going to say historical fiction, because you like to read a lot of historical things.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this is... I have nothing to go by. I have leaves and the title of the book. So...
Well, think about it.
The saying "far from the tree" is usually used in a derogatory way. Like if there's a person that's an idiot and they have a kid, and you say, "Well, the fruit doesn't fall far from the apple doesn't fall far from the tree," meaning like father, like son, kind of thing. So I'm going to say that this is about a mother who maybe raised her daughter not the best of ways, and she is trying to make a better life for herself, realizing that her upbringing wasn't the best, and striving for bigger and better things to break the old adage of far from the tree.
Honestly, I would read that.
Okay.
But that was not this.
Okay.
So it is not historical fiction. This is, I think, what you would consider like domestic fiction. I'm not really sure, but it is fiction, so good job on that. I'll give you a half point because you did say historical fiction, but you did get the fiction part right. So
I think I'm at 3 points.
3.5 now.
3.5.
So this is this is about a girl. Her name is Grace. She is an only child, and she is adopted. And she finds out, she wants to look for her birth mother, but she ends up finding out that she is not a only child. She's a middle child. She has an older brother and a younger sister, and she meets them, and it's just about them getting to know each other and just about their personal lives. And yeah, I really love this book. This is in my top 10 favorites. And I really
5 stars?
Yes,
Of
of
course.
course.
All right, next book.
Okay, so this is the last book on the easy. It is, let's see. This one I would say is like the easiest by far on this list.
This might be a long video. I might have to do just 9. Or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We don't care. We don't care on here. So this is A Night Divided by, who is this by? Jennifer A. Nielsen. So here is the cover. Okay.
All right. This is obviously going to be historical fiction. This takes place during World War II. She is French, but she is helping some Jews avoid the concentration camps. But she gets captured and doesn't proclaim to be French. She claims to be Jewish, just like the family that she's trying to protect. So she gets thrown into a concentration camp as well, because she would feel extremely guilty giving up the family and friends that she has made with the actual Jewish family. This cover shows her behind the concentration camp, or in the concentration camp, looking out at her brother and father, who I guess didn't proclaim to be Jews, so they're not in the concentration camp. And this is her struggles and her eventual release after the war ended in 1945. The end.
Okay. Well, as interesting as that sounds, that was not it. You were semi-close, not really. So you were right about historical fiction. So good job. You have 4.5 points.
I think
now.
I need to start writing some books here. I got some good ideas.
I'll help you. And so it is historical fiction, so you have 4.5 points now, okay? So this is about a girl. She lives in Germany during the 1960s, and obviously this is when Germany was kind of divided because half of it was owned by like the Allies, I think. So basically her brother and father are going to the other side where it is better, and just to scope out to try to find a home for her mother, her family. And during that night, the Berlin Wall is put up, and now she's separated from her father and her brother. She's stuck with her mother and her other brother.
They built the wall in one night?
So well, it's not like the full wall. It's just mostly like barbed wire and guards are there.
Right.
basically it's about her trying to find a way to get her to her father and brother because she doesn't want to be stuck on her side that she's on. So I haven't read this yet. I started it like 3 years ago and just stopped. So I think I need to pick this up again. It is like a middle grade read. It's not YA or adult. So.
Okay. Still sounds interesting.
All right. So that was the last one on the easy. So now we're moving on to the like intermediate level. So.
Those were easy, and I got 4.5 points.
Good job.
All right.
All right. So this one. What is this one? Okay. So this one is The Thousandth Floor by Catherine McGee. So this is the book.
All right, this is a fictional story that takes place in the not too distant future in a utopia where they build high-rise buildings, and this is the government building that has 1,000 floors, obviously, and it is about the struggles of a lower-class female who has found love with a much older and richer man who lives on the 1,000th floor. And because she is of lower class citizenship, she is shunned by the upper class. And this is her struggle.
So I just hauled this book. It is pretty new. I haven't read it yet. But let's see. Okay. I haven't read it, so I don't know the complete story. Okay, but you are actually very close.
Really?
It is like a utopia. It is a science fiction. It takes place in 2100, I think, and 18 and...
I think we'll say 2100.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down. Okay, sorry. So this is, I think, considered to be science fiction. So you were, like, correct on that part. And it is about a high-rise building that is 1,000 floors. And you were right about one girl falling in love with another. Although she is not lower class, she is actually made to be genetically perfect.
Wow.
So you were very close. I think I'm just going to give it to you. So you have 6.5 points now. Good job.
Very lenient with the points, but that's okay. I'll take it.
I feel bad. Okay. So, okay. Our next book is Girl in the Blue Coat by Monica Hesse. Here is the cover. And now here you go.
All right. This is a gripping and powerful story about a girl who owns a blue coat in France during the end of World War II. And because most of France was war-torn, the only garment that she has left in her closet is a blue coat. Thus, she wears the blue coat everywhere she goes. And it's her struggles to regain her wardrobe. So.
Okay. No. It is historical fiction. It is World War II. It does not take place in France. It actually takes place in Holland. So it is about this girl, and she lost her boyfriend in the war. The war is still going on, but she lost him. And basically, her job is to deliver black market goods to people who have ordered them. So she went to do this order to this old lady, and the lady was hiding a Jewish girl, and the Jewish girl has left and gone missing. And she asks the girl who delivers the black market goods to find her before the Nazis do, and the girl always is wearing a blue coat. So basically, that's what it's about. It's kind of a mystery-ish World War.
She smuggles in goods and then distributes them to the buyers.
Yes.
She's like Red from the Shawshank Redemption.
She is, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you said you were historical fiction, and you were right about the World War II. Although, I'm not going to give you about the plot, though, but you...
I wasn't close.
So 7.5 points because you got the
But I did have the
genre.
blue coat part right.
Obviously, I mean... Okay, so now you have 7.5 points? Yeah.
Well on my way to 10.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so this is the last one on the intermediate level, and then we're moving on to hard. So... this one is the book that I'm currently reading, and I just hauled it in my book haul, so you want to see that, go watch that, yeah. Okay, so this is All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. Here is the cover. I think it's super cool, by the way, so.
Alright, in this book, this is a fictional novel that actually takes place during current times about a friend group that you see here, and they are all socialites on social media, and one of them gets blackmailed, and she is trying to figure out which one of the groups that is anonymously messaging her, blackmailing her, trying to figure out who is who. So it's all the twisted secrets that they all know about each other, but now one seems to be picking on another, and she's trying to figure out which one of the group is the culprit. And my guess would be the guy in the beanie, just because he looks like a thug. So that's all your twisted secrets. That is your plot there.
Okay. So what did you say the genre was?
Current fiction. It's like current times.
Current fiction. So this is considered suspense. But you were right about the time period. I would say
more of a thriller, because there is murder later on in the book.
Jeez, how do you know that? You haven't even read it. Okay, just don't listen to him. Okay. So, this is about a group of kids, and they've all been sent letters from the mayor's office that they have won a scholarship, and they are to have dinner with the mayor on the certain date, and they all go, and they are locked in the room, just the 6 of them, and there is a bomb in the room, and they have an hour to decide one of them who's going to get killed, or they all get killed. And basically, this girl in the middle here, she is the main character. She is trying to find out who wants them all dead in a way for them all to escape before the bomb goes off. So
that sounds like Saw, where there's like a plot, somebody has to die, and it's like a twisted game, but it is Twisted Secrets.
So you were like not really close at all.
Not at all.
So
I think I got a point for getting it. It was fiction.
Okay, so
I said thriller. It's suspense. Even though I only said
that's
thriller.
That's like similar though.
But I said
usually those go hand in hand, like suspense.
Well, give me 1 point.
1.5. So now you have 8.5 points.
8.5.
I said you were gonna keep track of the points, and now I am. Like, what happened?
I'm too busy focusing on the books and trying to get these plots correct to count.
All right, now we are on the hard.
Oh boy.
So, yeah. Okay, so the first one that we have is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna, my favorite author. And here is the cover. It's gorgeous. I love it so much.
I have no idea what this could possibly be about, other than I know the author is Kristen Hanna. And it is a novel of about 500 pages. But I will just wait for the Netflix movie.
It's a TV series.
Or I'll just wait for the TV series to find out the plot of this one. But I'll just say that it's takes place during current times. It is a mystery suspense about a girl who lives on a lane that gets dark, and there's fireflies that come out at night, and she wishes upon a star. I have no idea.
Okay, that was honestly painful.
I was rambling.
That was painful to watch. I know. I was like, he's just.
There's nothing on that cover to even come up with.
That's why it's hard.
Plausible synopsis.
Okay, but if you kind of looked at the title, you could infer a little bit about what it is possibly about. So, that makes sense. This is considered saga fiction and like domestic fiction. So basically, it is about the 2 girls. One is named Tule and one is named Kate. And
I should have known that by the cover. Go ahead.
They meet on Firefly Lane, and they become really good friends, and it's about their friendship of 30 years and them just going through life and like all the troubles of life, basically. And it was really good, and I just read the sequel and I really liked it. And yeah, they are coming with a Netflix adaptation. 5.
5. Who are the actresses
that are playing them?
The leads.
Katherine Heigl is Tule, and Sarah Chalk is Kate. I don't think you know her. I've only ever heard she was on like a TV show called like Scrubs or something. So I'm gonna watch it, obviously though. I think I'm gonna have a watch party. Okay, so now we're on book 2 of hard books.
All right.
So
put my thinking cap on. Let's get this.
All right.
Oh,
so
this one was tough.
I just hauled this one in my last book haul. So go watch that. You know. So it is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Here is the cover. Yeah.
All right, this is obviously current times. We have a fictional story of betrayal between 2 friends who grew up together, but their friendship was torn apart by a boy, obviously, because that's what always comes between friends. During their senior year of course, which is supposed to be your funnest time, this boy rips their friendship apart by spreading gossip and rumors about each girl. While he was dating one, he secretly went out with the other, unbeknownst to his girlfriend. And upon completion of both those dates, he started spreading lies and rumors at school, which eventually led to the friends becoming sworn enemies. And this is the reconciliation, because they realized that since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first... Oh wait, that's the Kelly Clarkson song. That since you've been gone, life just hasn't been the same, and I need my friend back. I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care about that boy anymore. I care about my friends. And that's what life's all about. I think that's what it's about.
That was so deep. I'm almost moved to tears. Okay, whatever. That was not what it's about. Yeah, you were right about like the genre and having to do with like, you know, friends in high school and like contemporary kind of fiction. So, what it's about is there are these two friends. The main character, I have no idea what her name is, but her friend Sloane. Her friend Sloane kind of brought her out of her shell. She was like shy and a little bit reserved, but she's able to come out of her shell a little bit. And Sloane has recently gone missing. She's gone. Nobody knows where she is. And Sloane has left her this list of kind of like a bucket list of things to do in the summer or like whenever this is taking place. And she thinks that if she completes the list, her friend Sloane will come back, and that is what it's about. So
interesting.
Yeah. Now we are on our last book on the heart.
Book. Is this the last book overall, or just
yes,
the last
book
book on the heart?
overall.
Okay, I gotta nail this.
So
I gotta
I'm
get this
gonna
one out of the park.
I'm gonna double the points on this one. So 2 points for genre, 2 points for plot. Okay. Okay.
What am I at? 9.5 points?
Oh jeez, we lost.
No, 9.5. I was at 8.5,
Okay.
and I got one for that last one.
Okay,
So I'm at 9.5. I gotta get at least a half point to get to 10. 10 was my goal. So.
This one is like I would say really hard. Obviously. Okay.
Firefly Lane was impossible. It had some color and some fireflies on there, and it's like that could be about anything.
All right. Well, this is
Okay,
no
good.
better. This is called Everything Everything by Nicola Youve. Here is the cover. It's really pretty. I like it. So.
Everything. The book's so good you have to say the title twice. This book was an instant New York Times bestseller, and it's about a fresh out of college woman who doesn't exactly know where to go in life, and she kind of feels taken for granted in her work, and she's tempted to take risks, but she just can't find the extra nudge to go for it. And she realizes that all she does is sit around all day with everything.
Okay then. No, this is considered YA, young adult fiction. So, it is about this girl, and she
I
has.
did have that part right.
Good job, but she's not in college. She's in high school. She's like a senior, I think, or a junior. And basically, she has a super rare disease where she is allergic to almost everything. To almost everything. So she can't go outside. She's never been outside of her house before. Her house has like this airlock thingy, like it controls, like it like filters the air. And when you come into her house, you have to be cleansed and everything. She only sees her mom and her nurse.
What's that condition known as?
I have no. It's like a super long name. I don't know. And basically, this boy. He's like dark and brooding, and he moves across.
Batman in the Lego movie.
He moves in across the street from her, and they start texting each other and getting to know each other. And
then he realizes that she has a disease, and he's like, never mind.
No, and it's just about them getting to know each other and him trying to get her to like live life, you know, take risks and stuff.
And is that going to be a major motion picture?
It already has been, and it actually the main girl is played by Rue from The Hunger Games.
Really?
Yes, Amanda Stenberg is her name. Okay, so that was it.
I got 10.5 points.
Good job. Okay, out of 24, you got 10.5 points.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, well, you did pretty good, I think. It was funny, though. I mean,
all right.
It was enjoyable, I hope.
Hope you guys